But as much as I've enjoyed the whole like car thing, and I've noticed that my best experiences, and I'm not talking about my favorite, but just in terms of successes, in terms of relationships, at least going some kind of longevity. Maybe it might be a few months, or whatever. Has been dog sitting, or what to say, pet sitting. I met this amazing woman named Star in New Orleans. Yeah, Christmas Day, 2016. And then she referred me to trusted house sitters. So I picked up a few. I mean, I didn't actually get into it until probably way later, 2017. I didn't actually pick up my first sit. Probably, yeah, well, later 2017. But it took me many months to actually look into it. Hey, you refer me to something, I'm gonna look into it, especially stuff that's non-transactional. I mean, it is kind of a transaction in that, okay, I'm gonna be out of my place for a few weeks. You watch over my place, make sure my dogs are fed, that kind of stuff. I'm a sucker for dogs and cats, so I like that as it is. So that was always a great success. But I just gotta make sure where I am right now is, I don't allow myself to be abused as the disabled person that I've been since 1997. I've run into this. I wonder, my wives, for example, was I abusing the whole wife thing as, the Judeo-Christian, whatever lifestyle that would be for husband and wife, which is nobody else but healthy and happy in their relationships anyway. Abusing what that would be just to get them to watch over me with regard to being my eyesight and strength, at the home. I mean, listen, I've been accused of all these, mental abuse, physical abuse, you know, emotional, verbal. I see you probably put in spiritual in there as well. Might as well. There's got to be some kind of truth to something. That's all there is to it. You don't just make these things up. So it's a good opportunity where I am. Like I said, I just got to make sure that this is fair and clean and in everybody's best interests. That's something that the government people don't care about. My children, that's not happening. I mean, one thing I've there's a man named Leonard Wolf, man, awesome man. I think he's Catholic or something like that. He was telling me about this idea that he had, which was get a whole like building, like an apartment building, but just maybe like 4 or 8 units, whereby you have all family living in a different unit, but you're all in the same building together. It's like a big complex. It's really kind of cool. He had this idea. I could never see my second wife. I like obviously she left and made these extreme accusations about me, but I really liked her. I realize people don't like me, and it is what it is. But I've come across that acceptance, and I couldn't ever see myself away from my children. But you know how many fathers I would talk to, and they're glad that their children left. They want to put them off to school in the colleges, get them out of the house. I didn't ever want my children, and they like the whole idea of schooling. Like, what? Why don't you raise and educate your own children? Be at home and go to the park and play, or play in the backyard, or go to the beach. And the reality, though, I get it. Most people who are boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife, they're not the slightest bit happy anyway. I was with those 3 women in Cancun, 1998, freshman year of college. No, maybe not 99. Yeah, June. And that week we had a great time. Obviously, there was no alcohol or nothing. We did that first day, and that was when April threw up. That was like, okay, this alcohol thing ain't gonna work. We went into all the different Daddy Rocks and Your Frogs, and that was it's like you could think that the alcohol kind of kept us together a little bit, but no, we that was successful. Never once did we have any disrespect for each other or arguments or just any kind of disagreements. It was just like it worked. So I mean, my health, what's working for my body? Yeah, water, obviously. I've been in a size base 6 since 2012. And I'm not running to no doctors. I'm not doing no certain kind of supplements to keep myself healthy. But I gotta find that place. What is working for me? Why am I succeeding in this area? And that's an area right now whereby this whole live-in thing, like a roommate kind of housemate kind of thing. What is gonna work for me? I'm there. I'm there right now. 2022. This has been going on for too long. I've really gotta not so much figure this out, but it's just I feel it coming together somehow. It's been a thing for me with regard to these women extreme accusations, no matter how you look at it. Not just the women, but I mean, um, why was it that nobody else had accusations against me when I would be? I mean, there's obviously there's no money involved, dollars. You can go chase after things, so you got to be really mindful of these things. I know a few people who do live on their own. I mean, one dude was gonna come down here back in, or first week of October. We were gonna meet possibly Cleveland, Toledo area and shoot down, or over to Texas and then here. He's been living it, but then again, he's been using Airbnb as like his family. He started doing that up in Upper Peninsula, Michigan. And I know a lot of people on couch surfing that are doing that. They got a lot of, what's that place called? Ashcroft or Ash something? Whatever. Damn, what's it called, man? Ashland or over there in North Carolina. A man named Jonas do couch surfing. He's got like this huge community of just people all living together with him. But they're paying rent though. He's kind of manipulating it that way. And a lot of these sober houses here in Daytona Beach do that. That's their family, They make their own family. And then of course you got the issue of, the vagrants, people just plopping around, here and there, begging people for a place to live, and it's like they just plopping around. So I'm coming into my own somehow. People keep asking about me, like, well, what's up? Yeah, another dude named, was gonna come down here. He's from Yonkers. Gonna come down in December, then January, but he lives on his own too. But only recently, because he was living with his mom for a while. The one of the best times of my life was living with my dad. I lived with my dad in 2015 for 6 months. First time ever having a sleepover with him. It was just absolutely amazing. A little more than 7 months actually. Kind of off and on, And then of course I'd hang out with my mom every now and then, but just hostile. But in those environments, obviously with your mother and father, it's just they're my enablers. That's who my enablers have been for alcohol and whatever, They wanted me to smoke with them, whatever the case might be. No, those were great experiences. I'm thinking about what experiences did work for me, And then if it's working for me, I need it to be peaceful for the other people involved. Best interest of everybody, Financially beneficial. That's the thing when we write mortgage loans or 401ks, whatever it might be. It's like it's best interest for everybody. Benefit to the borrower, Benefit for everybody. I got so many opportunities. That's a good thing.